Welcome to A New World News with hosts Dawn Piercy and Rebecca Mahan, where we are breaking through and bringing you new topics every week from around the world. Tune in every Thursday, replenish and refresh. Welcome back to A New World News. We're picking up where we left off last week with the new topics from around the world, replenish and refresh. You'll still be seeing a few backgrounds from me here and there. Trust me.
I love it because, I read something recently in some podcasting news and they said it's one of the best things that someone who is in this industry could do.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is because the thing that, and for anybody that's interested into getting into podcasting, you can be anywhere and be doing anything and run into somebody on the street. Well, guess what? There's an episode. So I'm just saying.
Exactly.
You never really run out. There's so many podcasters. You never really run out of anything to talk about. Except for it's like, I'm just saying. So what else do you got for us, Rebecca?
I have something kind of disappointing that's happening. This comes from some smart news. This is really, really disappointing. Bizwoman Anne Steich is the one who wrote this, and I hope I'm not butchering up her last name, but what an article this is. It's very disappointing. Are you ready for this? This is the title. Family Circle magazine folding after 87 years. I'm so disappointed because some of the staples, Dawn, in our life that we have seen, we're seeing now the closing of retail stores, things that have been on the shelf that we
for decades
have grown. Yes, they're going away. I'm disappointed.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
I know. It is.
The 70s and the 80s have gone, Rebecca.
Yes. It is. I mean, we're getting old, Dawn. What's happening? Because we know that
we're
generations
only half dead,
before,
Rebecca. We still got a whole life to live. We're
yes.
still young.
Fortunately, the subscribers to this, based on what she has written, those are going to be offered subscriptions to other magazines based on the parent company that owns the magazines that are under their
right.
Yeah, and so they'll be offered that, and those who are in charge have been offered other positions, or they're going to go, make up choices. But it was kind of disappointing because you've seen some of the other magazines that have been around since the early 1900s, that those have slowly started to go away as well. So that was it. And I've got one other piece of news.
Okay. Let us have it.
All right. So many people on social media subscribe to a number of different groups, and people talk in groups.
Yes.
I don't often have the time to really do that, but I found something that I just couldn't resist to get involved with.
Tell me.
And I want to see what your thoughts are before I read what I actually posted. And I don't do this very often, but I did chime in.
Tell me.
So the post basically showed a picture of a pair of socks that have been placed around a toilet seat. The left sock on one side of the toilet seat and the right sock on another side of the toilet seat in a public bathroom, indicating that would allow someone in a public bathroom to not have to sit directly on a toilet seat. It would save you from getting germs or contaminants on your rear end.
Were they clean socks or were they dirty?
Yeah, and so people are basically chiming in saying, hey, this is a great idea. You can take these socks that you don't use anymore out of your purse and place them on this public toilet seat. And when you're done with it, you can remove it and put it in a plastic bag and take it home and wash it, or you can just throw it away. And so a lot of people are chiming in on this. that this is a really great idea, and some people are saying, what's the big deal? You should just sit on it. Nobody's ever gonna, basically, in a nutshell, get cooties from this. What is your thought? I just have to ask you before I tell you what I posted.
That dirty sock with a 10-foot pole going around the rim of a toilet. No.
Would you lift? Okay.
Because I'm already a squatter or putting toilet paper. I'd just rather flush it and be done with it.
I am with you on this. I mean,
saying.
Can you even think?
Flush with my foot.
Right.
I'm touching it.
Okay. Exactly. Would you even think about lifting the seat to try and put the sock on there?
While you pee yourself trying to get the sock on there.
Okay. And what if you pee on the sock? I mean, like when you're sitting there and it just, come on.
And then when you pull it off, you're taking everybody's. Oh.
And to think about putting that in your washing machine.
No. Oh, no.
So, yes. And so you have a lot of people saying there is nothing on a toilet seat that's going to hurt you. Just sit on it. There has been studies that have been done and brought on major newscasts that have gone into hotel rooms that have taken black lights to show what's on faucets.
Oh, I've seen it. It's nasty.
Yes.
It's nasty.
When I was in the military, they told us, basically not to sit on the seats because there are platoons that have brought back crabs. You just,
and do they jump?
Basically.
But you know what? I think I've heard that you could actually get that from sitting on a toilet seat. Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's scary. Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
Really, I'm not saying this stuff to scare anybody. I have my own personal opinion. You have your own personal opinion. But there were a lot of people on this social post that were telling the people who chose to squat or use a paper liner or to line it with toilet paper, they were really bashing them, saying, hey, if you are a squatter and you miss, how dare you? And so I had to just say this. And they were saying, well, if you have OCD that bad. And I thought, well, gosh, if somebody really does, this is a horrible thing to say to somebody because they are having to have a difficult time dealing with going into a public bathroom and addressing this issue. So I had to chime in. And I said, basically, to respect everybody's choices in how they use the restroom. And that what I already shared in our discussion here, but I also said, that basically we need to respect each other. And if you dirty it, then just clean up after yourself.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
This is really simple in life. We don't need to bash each other all the time for the choices we make. We just need to be respectful and to handle and own our own issue with whatever it is.
For our viewers, what is your take on it? Would you put the socks on the toilet seat? Or would you squat? Or would you use the toilet paper or the seat covers? We want to know. Because there's people arguing about it all over. I know I wouldn't. I'd rather just squat. I'm just saying. And if you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a CD. Wipe the CD.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
Strengthen your leg muscles.
I know, right? And for our audience, if you like this episode, be sure to click like, share so other people can enjoy it. Subscribe to keep up with all A New World and a new podcast, or New World News and a new podcast. And so be sure to click like, comment, share, subscribe, and if you feel fit to buy me a cup of coffee once a month for bringing you these episodes, you can do so at our Anchor.fm platform under a new podcast. This podcast is available on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and all of your favorite streaming networks. And be sure to check us out at the one and only Celebre.media under the TV Guide, check it for air times. This is Dawn Piercy and Rebecca Mahan signing off until next time, and I will be in another location.
Woo-hoo!
Yay! Keep it real. Okay.